just brought in a guy
yeah.
from Arizona.
We have
I fly to Arizona. I look at this big jade deal. He has 30 pieces on the table. I said, I like them. So I'm with him. I get a lead from a guy from Kentucky, Mike, which is a riot. He's
You have
kinda,
to see Mike.
Mike's
Mike is incredible
So
character.
anyway, what he does,
Oh, yeah.
this
thanks,
guy,
Billy. I
this
appreciate
guy
it.
from Arizona, after we take everything out of his house and I give him an advance on some money and all, we find out he gets in his car with his wife, his 2 cats, and his little
the dog.
dog, and drives here. Now he's here. I have to stick him in a hotel or motel room with an efficiency.
Right.
And now he's
Lost the
hanging.
cat.
Lost the cat. Mustard seed.
Mustard seed.
Ran away on him yesterday. So anyway, what happened is I told him not to come. I says I'll handle everything, and it was things coming in at no reserve. You know, I'll sell it all. We'll get you the money. Now he's here pricing things at 20 million, 30 million. So
Right,
now
right.
I'm on the phone with him arguing like yesterday, in a nice way. He's a
Yeah.
client, so I have to be real good, you know.
Throughout the last
And-
3
yeah,
days.
3 days. like,
Fighting
he
with
took
the
this,
guy, kind of like
you
saying,
know,
what are you talking about?
Yeah,
We're going to do no reserve on this. It's not worth $100 million.
You know, he's
Right.
got
Guy
these
thinks it's worth $100
expectations, and
million.
that's so much of that could happen. Your expectations selling something is so high,
Right.
And we have to bring people down to reality,
Yeah, yeah.
and they have to believe in me, and I have to show them. Sometimes we'll go online. All auction records are public information,
Right.
So I can go online and comp just like a realtor would. On an piece of art or a piece of glass, I could show you. Look, this is what it is.
Right.
I'll show you what they're bringing in all the auctions all over the world. What you have to do is you have to trust me
Right.
in marketing your goods, trying the hardest I possibly can to get it sold at the most money. I mean, that's my job as an auctioneer owner, you know,
Right.
at a company, and I have to push that to the client. And honestly, I have to say, and I feel confident, so confident in myself, I very rarely lose a deal.
Really?
99% of the ones I go in, if I want it, I have it. It's mine.
Right. Cool.
I don't lose any.
See?
So you're one up on them.
No, but
That's what he
no,
thinks.
But you know what? I always tell someone, if you keep your expectations low, your disappointments won't be high. And
Right.
what we love to do, Chris and I both, we can go into a house and see something that we could actually buy for 2,000 or 3,000, but we don't. We'll put it in 5,000 to 8,000, and we have things we could show you that we've put in 5,000 to 8,000, sold 50,000, 60,000 for the customer.
Really?
It happens quite a bit, you know.
And
And it's
why-
better to surprise them and give them, you know,
Is that? Do you know
a
the
more
tr-
return.
The trigger off that?
Sure, sure.
That occurred. The woman was saying to every friend, she jumped up in the audience. I have to take everybody for dinner. She never
Right.
did, you know. But she did it. It was like the feeling that I got. Wow, look at what we just did for this woman.
That's nice.
They have
So a lot of it-
$3,000, $5,000 box just hit 46,000.
We've done things before that, and it's on record, and clients would even tell you that they have taken a piece of jewelry to Sotheby's that they told them that they'll get $20,000, and we've sold it for $45,000 through our auction.
Really?
So the confidence, it's such a confidence builder that when you do something like that, and the referrals that you get, you can't buy that kind of referral when people are happy with the results and refer you to different friends and family members and
Right.
different, you know,
So,
estates
so
and
what
everything.
could go wrong in this business? What kind of things pop up that go wrong?
Something can break
Okay.
in transit.
Does that happen?
Very.
Occasionally.
You could take something
I
in,
hardly
it's not
ever.
the value that it's supposed
That's
to be.
mainly it.
And has that happened? How many times has that
But we
happened?
stand behind everything. If it's not what it's purported
yeah.
to be from their perspective of us taking it, and they say they had an authority and it's not what it's supposed to be, we give them a full refund. You
Right.
can't beat that.
You have
So-
to have 21 days to do it, though, because in the auction business and all over the country, you have 30 days to pay your client. If you give me something to sell for you, I have to give you a contract saying you're going to have your money in 30 days.
Right.
So if I sell it outside for you and there's an issue, the buyer has to get that issue resolved within that certain time. Most auction houses, you sell as is, where is, and it's absolute, it goes. But we have to have it, we give it a refund, but we have to do it in a certain amount of time because you want to be paid.
Sure.
We
You-
also guarantee
so if
on
they can't
artwork
turn
the
it back in
authenticity.
21 days, And then they have to keep it because that's the terms.
Right, has there
You
any
want your
been-
money.
The auction business, what you're selling the most is your credibility, and Chris has the reputation that Chris has built up with Elite is number one. We just finished the antique show. We had so many dealers bringing their merchandise that they felt comfortable going back to UK or Italy or Japan or whatever, giving us their merchandise to sell in future, shows that we're going to have monthly, our auctions every month, so that they can go back and know that we're going to get it taken care of for them down here in South Florida.
So how many regular customers? It seems like you get a lot of repeat business or referral business. Is that right?
Yes.
Is that most of your business, or
A lot of repeat, a lot of referral. It's huge to get that. We need that. And the only way to get that is if you do the right thing, and it happens often.
and then how many days a week are you guys out there
Every
meeting
single
people?
day. Every day
You're out
every
there
day.
looking at something that
I'm in
you.
at least 3-4 houses a day negotiating
Really?
with people. Oh, some of them are riots, some of them are pain in the necks. I mean, but either one, they're all the same to me. I try to treat them all great with respect, and when I leave the house, they're all satisfied whatever I did.
And everybody has a story to tell.
Right.
Oh, it's
3 or
History
4 times a
behind
day
them.
you're in these houses?
Sure.
At
And
least.
you too, and you
At
too?
least.
Or you
Yeah.
together? you
No,
all
sometimes
separate?
together, and sometimes
It
we have too
depends.
much
Depends
to
on the
do.
size.
He
Right.
has to go one way, I have to go another. We're covering South Florida, North Florida. I mean,
And
I'll
how-
be on a plane to Milan Tuesday. He'll be running around all week while I'm gone,
Right.
with a little bit of help from him, or some help from my son. These guys have me covered in the building. I know when I'm gone, I have nothing to worry about.
Right.
Except the little drama that might happen
Yeah.
in between things while I'm gone.
Like what? What's
And I
the
hope my
problem?
phones don't ring because I won't have them.
There's a lot of egos here.
Right, good. Eagles are good for TV, so that's really good.
It is good, and the characters we meet,
Right,
the
right.
people we negotiate.
So
Like
when-
Lenny mentioned Miami Beach, some of these dealers, they come up to us, we know them all, and Chris, Lenny, hi, Gary,
Right.
all of us, Tarek at my booth. Tarek over here, the money collector,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
he goes through in a day. DJ, if you need a great DJ,
are you? That's
if you have
funny.
a party or
I
something,
have a
he's
big
the man
bash
you
in,
want.
in Naples a couple of weeks.
So, and not only a DJ, but he does a great job, and I rely on Mason really a lot.
What do you do,
He
Mason?
does all the descriptions. Go ahead, you can tell him.
Basically, I started out probably in this business around '07, and I was working for actually a gentleman that he was working with at the time. Learned a lot. I was doing their eBay, and just soaked up all the knowledge. Next thing I knew, a few months later, I'm doing the whole auction, writing up the whole auction, the descriptions, everything. Did that for several years, and then the owner was kind of eccentric, so I kind of broke away with him and did my own thing. And Chris was always working, in the meantime, and eventually we linked back up again, and we did our own little contract thing. And he told me he was doing the auction house, and I was all in. So
Nice.
Love you, Mace. You're
That's-
good to me.
that's how it goes. So I just do the research, descriptions, help the people,
Cool.
and just try to help everybody.
come on,
Scott,
What's the craziest deal you ever seen in here? You see any big crazy deals go through?
Oh yeah, I mean mammoth tusks and just all kind of stuff you'd never believe. It's too many to just pinpoint one, but it's
Right.
Yeah.
What's stressful about your job?
dealing with the people. There's phone. The phone rings off the hook. I'll give Tarek the most credit for that. He tries to deflect everything. It can just get demanding, people coming in and wanting to know stuff about different items, and we try to provide as much knowledge as we can. But it's just there's vast amounts of knowledge out there, and people have attitudes. And really, the worst part is people thinking their stuff is worth $1 million when it's not really worth that, and then having to explain it to them, and they think you're trying to rip them off, and stuff like that. So.
And with the economy the way it is now, is it better for you guys as auction house? Or?
Yeah, I mean, well, see, the thing is, it's good for us. Good or bad economy, it doesn't matter. In the good times, the people got the money to spend on whatever we're offering. In the bad times, the people don't have the stuff, so we got all the consignments coming in.
Cool, thank
so
you,
we're,
buddy.
we're in business regardless.
Nice,
So.
nice. Right.
Printer and
Yeah, we put everything online all the time. So.
Barack, tell them a little about where you come from, your homeland, and
Yeah, you
come
gotta have
here.
an immigrant, in the
Hey,
house.
for the
I'm
reality
the
show,
one.
come on.
I take photographs of the items. We do like a few times, especially now. So we have to put them all online on
Right.
time. so they can see it beforehand.
So you have to take pictures of every single thing in
Every
there.
piece,
single
not
thing.
only
Right.
one time Barack takes a picture, but he takes 10 pictures.
10,
Top,
right.
bottom, upside
Oh,
down,
really?
zoom in.
Damn.
So,
So
they
the
get the
buyers
idea, visual idea
That
what
aren't
they're
sitting
gonna,
here on the other
video.
side of the world can log in by
Sure.
live feed.
Right,
And
right.
they now Barack did such a great job on 10 pictures every angle.
Right.
And Mason did such a beautiful description.
Right,
How
gotcha,
can you
gotcha.
not buy it if you're sitting
Yeah.
in China with all that beautiful photographing and described?
Nice.
So you're gonna feel comfortable bidding. So that's a huge advantage to even any auction. I'll say this, and it's public information. Elite Decorative Arts Auction Gallery is the #1 auction gallery in the state of Florida, and that's a fact.
Yes. Your Dave? Nate. No name on your shirt
Well,
though. What's up with that?
Well, actually, I've ran through most of my shirts because I'm always carrying and moving the stuffs around. Basically, after Steve tags it, he does the description, he does the photos, then I'm in charge of basically everything in here, making sure it's in its right spot, it's taken care of, everything's in its right place, basically.
So are you one of the few guys who touches every single item in the place?
Well, I mean, we all pretty much touch every item in here, but
Right.
once it's done and over with and it's in the system,
Right.
then it goes into my domain over there.
and have you ever broken anything moving it, or?
I don't like to admit it, but it has happened very rarely. I'm pretty good at what I do, and actually probably why I have this job and why I've been able to keep it, because I keep things pretty proper.
Right. And what's it like working with these guys? What's that like?
I mean, I've been working with these guys for almost 2 years now, and I look at every one of them like they're one of my brothers. So we all get along pretty well. So.
And what do you love about the auction business?
To be honest with you, is the fact that you
Yes.
learn something new all the time. I just started a few years ago, and to be honest with you, I didn't know much, and now the vast amount of knowledge I know, I would never ever assume that I would ever know anything as much as this.
Right. Nice. Hey, tell me what you love about the auction business.
I love the excitement as far as watching things sell for incredible amounts of money that people all over the world pay incredible amounts. Being someone that's traveled the world extensively in past businesses, and I see the lifestyles and see how people buy, and a lot of the Orientals are buying the Oriental back, for example. A lot of people are buying different things, because the auction business is a bunch of wants, not needs. Nobody needs anything, and unless they're running their jewelry business and they're buying from auctions. But it's the excess money. People have spendable money that they can buy, and usually do auctions with. It's a vehicle. It's a venue of how they can channel money and have fun with it too, because
Right.
everything is exciting. You could make a great buy, and sometimes you make a buy and you're upside down with it. But as a whole, if people watch the auctions, they can do very well with it.
Nice. Thank you, Gary.
The auction business is, first of all, the house calls. Every single time we walk through a door, we are stepping into history. There's always something interesting to learn about the item or about the people that own the item. And more importantly, it's the whole concept of the deal. When we walk in there, we want to help people by consigning their goods and making a lot of money for them. Or if they just wish to be bought out of their item, then we're there to do that as well. But I love history, so everything that is old and interesting fascinates me. And I am just normally drawn to this type of environment. And everything that I have seen and my knowledge and my understanding of the items, they come into play when we're out there in the public and we're dealing with our customers and our clients. So I would say the history and the fascination of meeting new people every day, and it's a never-changing, fast environment. So you never get bored, you're always on the go, and we're always ready. We're ready right now to get new stuff for auction.
Cool.
Chris Hayes, and I'm the owner.
I'm Gary Kokot, I'm a colleague.
Len Wolfson, I'm one of the buyers.
So and just
Mason Kennedy, research and descriptions.
Tarek, customer relations and public relations.
Rock, photographer.
A month, or possibly once every
Oldest known jade burial mask, Siberian, Mongolian, probably 5,000 years old.
public when this place is.
It's one of the pieces. This is the Arizona collection. Everything here is Han Dynasty, Song Dynasty, Yuan Dynasty, Tang Dynasty, Ming Dynasty, Qinglong. This is a Qinglong period piece right here. Imperial markings are on the back. We have more priceless pieces over here. These are all Han Dynasty vases, two-piece lidded vases. These are called pays, a dragon pay. We have archaic vessels. These are urns. All old jade, probably 2,000 years old here. Most of the pieces on this table are probably around 1,800 to 2,200 years old. So they're one of a kind. Some of these pieces are so rare that the Beijing Palace Museum doesn't have a copy as large as this. So they're quite rare. They came out of the Arizona collection. Large vessels like this, smaller vessels, all different sizes. Here's a nice rare Han Dynasty pot with a lidded vase, reticulating. We just have to put the pins together. It came shipped. We just need to find them. This is a three-piece jade vessel that, from what we're told by the owner, the Jiang family of China, the former president, tried to buy, and the owner turned them down and gave it to us for auction. So we will be working on getting a great price for him. Show you something. Oh, this is my...
It's not the same, that's what's exciting. You go into some house, it's like a treasure hunt.
Right. Yeah, it's gotta be.
One doctor I went to, he owns 3 or 4 clinics you walk in. Oh, yeah. So, I don't do much advertising in Naples, but yet if you Google us, we'll probably come up on the first. Owner rhinoceros.
This is a 9-gate dragon, bone-made, or rhinoceros.
No, not hippo, excuse me.
Hippo.
Hippo.
9-gate dragon Chinese sculpture.
Man, you got some cool ass shit here, guys.
This is a large jade
Jadeite.
incenser. Jadeite. Yeah, that's true. It's jadeite.
So,
This is serpentine.
so how interested are you guys?
This is a nephrite jadeite sculpture, 300 pounds. These are jadeite yew vases. These are wood with jade, jadeite carving. They're cut jade. So these are one of the largest vases that you'll probably see. They're two-piece. Chinese food dogs on top of them. And they are very extremely heavy, even though they're made of wood.
Which ones do you guys have watched that you like porn stars? It's different from porn stars.
Here you have a nephrite with jadeite sculpture. These are wise men, the gods, the Chinese gods, depiction of them. And it's a tree of life with prunus, evergreen.
I just had received the email, and I confirmed that Tuesday I'm going to Milan, Italy with my wife to see a big Asian government official from Milan, an Italian government official to China. The family contacted me, and I'm going to be getting the biggest coral collection, the finest carving in the world.
Hold on.
Okay, where do you want?
Looking at you.
So you're looking at me here. So tell me, huh?
You got to meet the whole crew of Elite, and it's an interesting crew, and it's going to be a very exciting show. That's all I can tell you. Everybody will be watching it.
Good.